Okay, well, right into it then. Hi, I'm Bloodied, and welcome to the Team Let's Play, and indeed we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, good. That's nice. Yeah, so, quick note. I got this free on Epic Games Store when they were giving it away free. So, yeah, this is my first time recording anything using Epic Games Store launcher, so hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to...
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Fair. Okay, is there an option thing? Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the music down a notch, just to get the dialogue a little louder. Oh, let's have this that one. Okay. I'm just gonna move this down to high. Okay. Right, well that's a little bit of a knockdown. But hey, you know, not all of us have the greatest computers in history. Okay, running on the credits there. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so not as pretty. But you know what? I'm not a graphics. I'm always much more of a consistent style of graphics than I am like cool, dreamy graphics quality.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay, it's a bit weird. I like this with the dialogue. The flower? No, I can't. Okay, it's a hotspot for interactables. Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I'm sure it's fine.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just nod to that. Okay. So a lot of this is using motion controls. Okay.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, so there is a run button with shift. Well, it's one of those ones where it sort of just makes it look a bit like a run by zooming it in. So, maybe it's not a run. No Finches. Okay. Ooh. Road less travelled and all that.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Are you sure you're not just confusing it with House MD?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Okay, that's interesting. I actually sort of tugged my view over to where the dialogue was going to appear, so the dialogue has a set position. That's interesting. Another wheelbarrow. This time it's personal. If you get that reference, congratulations on being old and having a weird memory.
house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Completely against building codes.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Oh.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Yeah. Well. Wheelchair them. Good accessibility features. Rush? No. Oh my god, I'm going to give a fucking cat flap. Jesus Christ.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay, fair doggy dog. I thought that was going to be a really, really big cat.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Oh.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
You didn't activate the hotspot? Do I have to look at it?
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Ah, there was a cat. And wow! Okay, that is an industrial scale toaster. I am jealous of that toaster.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Well, yeah, I mean... what did the furniture ever do to you?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Ooh, free relief. Okay, a Viking's belly, raw fowl, for stove, Pacific Coast seafood. Huh.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Ah.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
As houses are wont to do. Okay, fair play to usage there. That's a lot of books, I'm just saying. That's a lot of fucking books.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh boy.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Like a fucking hell. Okay. That's very secure. The Pacific Pantry. Cosmic Cuisine. Tasty Thailand. Weird recipes. Okay. The basement, or do I want to go upstairs? Let's start with the basement. Work our way up.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay. Alright, never mind. Upstairs it is! Oh my god, we've got multiple copies of the
After
same
Milton
book.
disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. Edie, that's wrong. Commander Shepard does not approve.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay, so there's peepholes in the doors. Okay, that one's open. We'll come into that in a second. I just want to do something. Peephole this one.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay, so library key. Oh, it's sealed, so probably we want to see if we find a backdoor way in. I have heard this compared a lot to Gone Home, which I really liked Gone Home. I thought Gone Home was a very, very well done. I mean, it's a walking simulator, but so is this, and I have nothing against walking simulators, as long as they're good.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Oh my god, this is cool as fuck. It's so cool I'm not even going to make a professional wrestler called Walter reference. So, that I just kind of did.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Aha! Oh yeah, sure.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Okay, yeah, I had to make
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh, it's a crawl space. Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Edith Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
The gerbil
The
food?
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay. Those aren't raisins. Don't eat the raisins. Do not eat the starfish. No, I didn't have the option to eat the starfish. It's probably for the best.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Well then.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Yeah. Ooh, non-sweet. Spoiled kid.
I kept eating and eating.
Okay, I think this kid has issues.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window.
And then I ate the
It was
bird.
a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
I turned into a cat.
I was a cat.
What? Right! As you do. Oh, okay, I need to click that.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Do you not know what cats officially do to birds, kid?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
No, I'm a cat. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay. Mouse.
Rabbits.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Aha!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talon.
Jesus!
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
In a tree! Sharks are one of big trees. What? What? Okay. Okay, pressing this button lets me attempt to stop having the shark stuck on things. This... what? Just... what?
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
Oh my god!
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Well, yeah, you would be after falling down a... like that. Okay. Fuck. Ooh,
I
seal.
wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Aww. Play with your food. Where are you? Where are you? It's a blood trail. Aha! Except course, Bloodied.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, I am controlling this tentacle.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
On the side. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
having some tentacle control issues. Okay. Yeah. Let's try this again. Can I go out? Oh, thank you. Thank God. Oh, right. Okay.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
As good smells are wont to do. Go on the back toilet. Okay, Tentacle, you are drunk.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay, so there's all the different members of the family tree.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Big book of homeschooling.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Yeah, I mean, that one is way fucking cooler.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, no shit. Okay.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Molly concepts. Sketches. Fabric concepts. The Devil's Food. Oryx and crabs? Huh.
Her room was like a museum.
Well, yeah, I think my mum had the exact same sewing machine. My mum used to have one of the proper old school. Yeah, no, I legit think this is the exact same make that my mum had. Bloody hell. 1880 to 1937.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Is that judge enough that I don't make fun of his insane mutton chops? Yes it is.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Yoink!
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Edie. There is not a people here. Okay. The old breed. The wooden footpills.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Jesus. Okay, I can't go back out here. So. Okay. 1937, Sven Finch. Ah! Aha ha ha!
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
1950 to 1961.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Hooray? Question mark?
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
I hate you for making me do this game.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Jesus fucking Christ, game. Oh, okay.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Jesus.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Jesus.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Thanks, Colin.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to
crash.
In the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Aha!
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Damn it, Rick.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Okay, I could do
She
that.
found the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Okay, this is literally just a Halloween theme.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Right. Take that! I don't know what that was.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Damn you, fridge.
Oh dear!
How's he do?
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
God damn it, Walter.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and... was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Well, yeah, because there's at least the rest of the page to go. Oh, god damn it!
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
He vanished. What is it, Ethan Carter?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
No! That was terrible.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah, happy to do the terrible fucking pun. Except in the allegory, I'll fucking love it. Okay, well...
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Nope, other way, other way. Thank you, thank you. There we go.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Sneaky. Okay.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Yes, he took Fallout. June 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Okay. And, I'm clicking. Thank you.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Ah, Walter, the original monster fucker.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Well, that's just the...
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
It's a new
I
day.
can already imagine the sun on my face.
Now that's a train, Walter. Oh, fuck's sake, Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.